Haven't yet, maybe while you're streaming, you want to be lounging. The Lounge Doctor leg rest has 3 sizes: the small, the medium, or the large, based on your height, but they're all the same price. You have 2 colors to choose from. This is called the light blue, and this is the heather gray. The most important thing for you to remember is that these are not luxury items. These are necessity items. Whether you're just wanting better circulation, better overall health. For me, I remember the first time I had to go to a vein doctor, I was like, why is my leg throbbing? I don't have a bruise. Why is my leg throbbing right here? And they said, oh, it's just the circulation. Sometimes the blood's supposed to come back up and it's not all coming up and a little bit is pooling and it's just working extra hard. One day you're probably gonna have to get a vein surgery, and I thought, great, let's just add that to the list. This is what we need. We need to have our legs elevated. We need to have them customized to our bodies and the way they work. And when people grab these, they grab them for life. Only one little downside is we're just about sold out. This may be the last time that you see them on air. I'll tell you, in our small, we have 105 left. The small is about, the sizes on the small would be 20.5 by 18 by 10. On your medium, we have 170 left. That's gonna be 22.5 by 18.25 by 11.5. And then the large is just a ½ inch larger at 12 inches high and about 24.5 inches long. We got 5 dozen left in the large. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have, okay, I just tell you something, I need to ask a question, truly.
Uh-huh.
I'm 5'9". Please tell.
I'm Matt, by the way.
I'm so sorry, Matt Davis. I just feel like I made a mistake here because I didn't order my large before I came out. Am I the large height at 5'9", or do you go tall, medium?
No, you go the medium. You're right in between.
Oh, good. So, okay, so tell us the clarification.
And don't make it hard, everybody. It's up to 5'5", you're gonna get that small. If it's about 5'5" to 5'10", you're gonna go with the medium. If you're 6'3" like me, you'll go with the large and you'll love it all day long. So that's what you do. You just talk about this great product, and then you come over to the nurse and ask for a favor. I see how that is. We're doing everyone a favor here today, Natasha. Look at that ultimate comfort that you see with Donna right now. Here is the thing that so many people watching right now already know about gravity, that we're fighting against it all day long. There's a lot of viewers tuning in right now, everybody, that were waiting for this presentation to get their Lounge Doctor because we only have it once in a while on HSN. The factory, I keep saying to the factory, make more of these quickly, because at Lounge Doctor, there's a science behind this. There's a secret that you're gonna learn during this presentation, why every single person needs a Lounge Doctor. It starts with a vascular surgeon named Dr. Chris, who invented this product because no one could figure out how to effectively reduce leg swelling the quickest. So we're thinking about folks out there like with lymphedema or lymphatic disease, or going through maybe a pregnancy or things like that. Maybe you sprained your ankle. Obviously, you need to reduce leg swelling then. I'm gonna ask everybody a question right now. How many of you out there have had a day, whether it's today or yesterday or the week before, where you woke up in the morning and you said, I wish I had a little bit more energy? You hear the laughter next to me. That's because we all feel like that. The secret is up to 80% of us adults would be diagnosed with some sort of vascular disease, okay, or condition, if doctors were properly trained to diagnose us for that. So that means that we're all walking around with sludgy legs, heavy, tired feeling legs. The only way to get rid of that leg swelling is to be in the proper position. The only way to get in the proper position is with Lounge Doctor. We are gonna show you that with Donna here in a minute, and I'm gonna walk right over to Donna and Natasha because it's important. Seeing is believing. And everybody, I want you to look very carefully at Donna, okay? So Donna is what, 5'7", right? We know this over the years. Donna has been working with us on Lounge Doctor for years, and she fits perfectly on the medium. Now everybody take a look at Donna and just let your eyes kind of digest this for a second. This was not custom made from a factory for Donna, but it sure does look like it, doesn't it, Natasha?
Yes, I love that you actually have rounded out because the calves are there. We're not trying to slow the circulation where they are. And yet you're getting that elevation. It goes up gradually. You cannot create this by folding over a pillow 2 times.
No, you cannot.
No.
So here's where I'm gonna get very specific for you at home. You don't need to remember this stuff, but I want it to sink in as far as why everyone else gets these and we can't keep them in stock, and it was invented by a vascular surgeon. It's all about those angles. Natasha, you said it very well. In a different way than Natasha, she was saying that it fits Donna perfectly. It's because at the thigh, there's a 40-degree angle. This is why. If we do this with Donna's leg and kind of like put it up to a 45-degree angle, then what's going to happen is there's going to be a slight blockage or occlusion of that blood flow. So all of this sludgy liquid and fluid and blood that's in your legs that needs to recycle and recirculate through your body, okay? Think about an oil change for your vehicle. Would you drive 10,000, 20,000 miles on your vehicle without getting an oil change? How could you fight against gravity in your body without doing this?
Wow.
Okay, so look at that right there that you're seeing on TV. It looks exactly like Donna, except it's a computer-generated AI image. That should tell you something. So when you get your Lounge Doctor home, all you have to do is tell us how tall you are, everybody. If you're about 5'5" or under, and I say about because there is a little wiggle room, there is a little cushion. If we sell out of one of them and you're in that category, if you're right on the edge, get the other one. You won't be disappointed. Right here at the knee, 25-degree angle. If we bend this ever so slightly, back to your pillows comment, Natasha, if we have a bunch of pillows and you're like, I need to get the swelling down. If you're either too hyperextended at the knee or if it's too flat, there's a couple of things down here, and that blood is not going to get past that tibial bone in the knee. It's going to be crimped up like a hose. And that slope you're talking about, Natasha, perfect 15 degrees down here. Look how exact her heels are right at the end of her Lounge Doctor. Again, no custom-made design, no thousands of dollars. And if you do it right, like you're seeing Donna right now, you can effectively reduce leg swelling by only doing this for 15 to 20 minutes every single day, all right? No mystery to it. You're not doing any damage. And before I kind of shut my yap here for everybody, I'm
learning so much.
I'm gonna tell you this, Natasha, because I get so excited about this, because I know how you love this at home. The perfect position to reduce leg swelling is also the most comfortable position. So it's kind of like the chocolate with the peanut butter here with Lounge Doctor. People get it because we tell them it's the most effective way to reduce leg swelling. It's the only way you can do it on the planet Earth because it's patented by a vascular surgeon, and it's the most comfortable. That's always the clincher.
I want to try it. I want to try it. I'm so impressed. We have a video we'd like you to see. And remember, if you are in the ordering process, we have just about 5 dozen in that large. The medium is in the 100s and the small is just about in the 90s. But you can still choose here between the light blue or the heather gray. And here's the doctor talking about it.
I'm Dr. Chris Dixon. I'm a board-certified vascular surgeon, and I invented the Lounge Doctor leg rest. One of the questions I get asked a lot is, how did you come up with this product? Well, physicians recommend leg elevation for a long list of conditions, yet amazingly, no one ever asked the question, what's the most effective way to elevate the legs? So I decided to answer that question. I reviewed all the science on leg elevation, put all that science together, and came up with the most effective position to elevate your legs. And then I designed the leg rest so it would position the legs correctly, and then patented that design, and we started the company.
And we're back. That's so interesting because when it comes down to it, the details matter in this, don't they?
Yeah.
The exact angle. It makes all the difference.
Well, here's the thing with Lounge Doctor, everybody, and this is why it's had legs for 10 years. Oh, boy. So, when you look around for, first of all, it's usually in a pinch. I have a swollen ankle. I'm going through a pregnancy, or, my daughter or my granddaughter is going through a pregnancy. She has swollen legs. What the heck can I do about that? And in a pinch, you go out and spend hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars trying to figure out some way to fix the problem. That's when you get it done. So now what we're doing is we're listening to an actual doctor, a surgeon, who his life's work, everybody, is he spent this time and energy because patients would come into him And he would hear other people, even doctors, talk about effectively reducing leg swelling, and they couldn't figure it out because, let's be fair to doctors, they have so much on their plate.
Right.
There's so much science and there's so much going on out there. How could you come up with a perfect way to do this if you didn't really study it? So actual research and medical study went into inventing the lounge doctor. And I gotta say it again, I mean, check out the range of motion in Donna's leg. So I'm just gonna lift up her ankle and look at how her leg moves. This is you at home, everybody. You can move in all of these different positions, range of motion, flexing, bending at the knee, hyperextending, doing all these things. There's a billion combinations on how to get it wrong. You know how many combinations there are on how to get it right? One.
Wow.
And that's it.
And it doesn't matter, I'm gonna step in front of you here for a moment. It really doesn't matter if you're, in super great shape like Donna, or, if you're on your path to getting in super great shape like Donna. When you have this removal here for the actual leg, that's what's not stopping my circulation.
Yeah.
Where normally when I just, would fold over 2 pillows, or maybe I would have 1 pillow and then 2 pillows. I mean, I really tried to get creative in my personal, version of having my own vascular surgeon tell me that what's happening, what's giving me that sore, aching leg, what's giving me that lethargy is that all the blood is moving down, but not all of it is moving back up.
Well, let's do it the wrong way, Natasha.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to mimic what the lounge doctor is doing for Donna here.
Okay.
All right. So
I've been there.
So I just spent
the Tower of Pillows.
a few $100 and on some things where you can't throw. Look how bad this is. That blood and that fluid, that sludgy fluid, is going to circulate and just pool right here in Donna's leg. It's not going to go anywhere. Certainly not going to re-energize and recirculate through her body. Let's fix this in 3 seconds.
Okay.
Pillow's gone.
Here we go.
Everybody, that's how easy it is. And if you're wondering at home, and let's be serious here for a second, this is where the benefit is. You're wondering, why again do I need this? It looks really comfortable. Here's the reason why. 80% of us would have a problem in our legs, some sort of vascular disease. If your doctor really screened you for it and did it well, okay? What is that doing for you? It's making it so that you don't have energy. You don't have that pep in your step. When you put your feet on the floor in the morning, you don't feel that vibe. You don't feel that energy. When you use the lounge doctor for 20 minutes a day and you actually recirculate that sludge back through your body, everybody, this is so therapeutic.
Wow.
For your body. Rinsing out those cells, getting everything to circulate back through your body that you can't do any other way. It is amazing, and you don't have to do it for a month and a half. Do it one time, then put your feet on the ground and see how your legs feel. It's amazing.
Oh, this is so interesting. Because even if I was thinking like, well, yeah, but if my leg is elevated high enough, I'll put it on the back of the couch if I have to. Well, now that blood is being stopped at my hip.
Yeah.
Now my hip angle is going to be too hyperextended, and now that's preventing flow. This is literally creating waterways like the Romans did and saying, okay, this is the best angle to get that one through that little nook. This is the best angle to get it through that wave and that corner and that hill and that hill.
Yep.
And this is how you're making the water ducts actually work. Of course, in this metaphor, the water ducts are your veins, and you're allowing the water, which is your blood flow, to finally move freely through your body in a way that wouldn't work with pillows. It wouldn't work laying down, and it definitely doesn't work standing up. That's called a waterfall. And the water doesn't go back uphill unless there's something very unique happening. This is the very unique ability to actually circulate that blood. I started getting my problems with my veins at 34, and I think your point was so interesting, Matt, that over 80% of people, if they went to the vascular surgeon, they'd say, oh, check it out. We did this ultrasound on your leg, and you have blood here that hasn't been circulated for weeks.
Yep.
We just don't go to those. I had to get referred by 3 different doctors before anyone even recommended the vascular surgeon.
That is exactly what we're talking about. So everybody, and again, with the sizes, Donna's a medium. She's 5'7", so she's right in between 5'5" and 5'10". If you're over that 5'10", you go with a large. If you're under 5'5" or 5'5"-ish, go with the small. And one last thing that I want to say, picture how you felt this morning putting your feet on the ground and how tired you already felt. Think about at night when you go to bed and how much more tired you feel.
Right.
Think about if you could go to bed at night and feel just like you do in the morning with your legs. That's what the lounge doctor is going to do for you, everybody. It is for everyone, from athlete to someone older with issues, okay?
And they're all the same price, which is great. You have your heather gray or the light blue that Donna's been on here. And it's like, you know, an inch to an inch and a half difference in all of the different measurements, but the core